Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Custer. Here's a look at the stories we are following tonight. Oxford Community Schools is sharing information about its reopening plan following November's school shooting that killed 4 and injured several others. All middle school, high school, and Bridges students will be required to use clear backpacks, which have been donated for every student. Elementary school students can bring their regular backpacks, but must keep them in their lockers or cubbies all day. Every building will have law enforcement on site, along with professionally trained trauma specialists. Every school will also have a team of trained therapy dogs that will be available for the remainder of the year. More details about the school's Return to Learn plan are expected in the coming days. It could be a while before we know what caused a devastating fire at a popular Mid-Michigan restaurant. The city of Owosso expects the investigation into the fire at Lula's in downtown Owosso to take months. State police fire investigators and Owosso fire officials were at the scene this week. They will return in the future to gather more information. Fire destroyed the restaurant last week and displaced other downtown businesses. The State Health Department and Michigan Department of Education sent a letter to superintendents across the state urging districts to reinforce actions to help reduce the risk and slow the spread of COVID-19 so students can continue in-person learning. It recommends continued mask wearing, social distancing, hand washing, regular testing, and for schools to participate in the My Backpack program. That offers free at-home COVID tests to students, their families, teachers, and school staff. It's also urging schools to postpone or make large gatherings virtual, which would include winter sporting events if they're not, quote, essential. The state is also asking schools to encourage all who are eligible to receive a COVID-19 vaccine and their booster dose. Now, if you need to get your COVID vaccine or booster, head to the hotlink section of WNEM.com to find the closest clinic to you. And now here's Brian with your forecast.
Thanks very much, David. Heading into our New Year's Eve, some quiet weather to close the book on 2021, courtesy of high pressure here on the First Warrant 5 Sky Tracker tonight. That's going to hold in place for about the next 24 hours or so. It will be a mostly cloudy end to the year on Friday, but also a bit milder. High temperatures in many cases getting closer to 40 degrees. It's when we look ahead to New Year's Day where things start to get pretty dicey thanks to a winter storm that's going to really kick in the new year with some solid January weather. And quite a bit of snow, too. Here's how everything times out. Hour-by-hour forecast going from 8 o'clock into the midnight hour this evening. We'll just continue to see any clearing that we manage late in the afternoon on Thursday to be overshadowed again by overcast skies. Back into the rest of the overnight period, you see some specks of green and white here and there. Don't expect those to be sprinkles or snow showers of any sort. In fact, it's just going to be a very damp air mass settling on in tonight with areas of patchy fog taking hold as we head into tomorrow morning. Sometimes the computers where the fog may be especially widespread, sometimes it sees that as precipitation. Fog will be the big issue in the morning, but it burns off by midday. Then we'll just keep the mostly cloudy skies going into lunchtime around 3 p.m. and even as you're getting ready to head out to your New Year's Eve festivities around 6 o'clock Friday evening or just settling in for the night. Whatever it may be, the weather at least will be quiet. It'll be when we move into especially Saturday afternoon and evening when our next major winter storm is going to roll in across the Ohio Valley, and the tracks have been consistently kind of pulling the low a bit farther to the south. So that's really taking a lot of the potential for widespread mixing off the table. But nonetheless, looks like things will start to pick up in earnest around 4 to 5 p.m. as we hit Saturday afternoon. We may see at the onset, just along I-69, some briefly mixed in rain, but with temperatures falling, everybody's going to change over to snow that will then persist at times in a steady and at times heavy fashion into the midnight hour Saturday night, early Sunday morning around 6 a.m., and then the system finally gets out of here in the afternoon. And when all's said and done, here's our first call on snowfall amounts. I expect around 3 to 5 inches of snow from Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning across the Thumb, Flint Metro, and the I-69 corridor, and right up to about Saginaw and Alma. 1 to 3 inches farther to the north, Bay City, Midland, Mount Pleasant on northward. But keep in mind here, too, this will be entirely dictated by the exact track of the storm. So if we get a bit more of a bump to the north, that'll push some of these heavier totals farther north, or if it shifts farther south, the opposite will be true. So we'll keep an eye on that for you over the next 24 to 48 hours, so make sure you stay tuned for updates. But looks like a significant snowfall event coming our way regardless. 29 is your overnight low for tonight. Cloudy skies, patchy fog. That's about all there is to say. Quiet otherwise, at least. And a overall quiet and mild end to 2021 on New Year's Eve. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow, a high of 40. Then there's the afternoon and evening snow with a bit of a mix at the onset possible on Saturday into lingering snow showers on Sunday as the temps get much colder. Highs only in the 20s Sunday and Monday, but at least Monday and Tuesday are looking dry. Another rain snow mix on Wednesday. More snow possible Thursday as temps for the first few days of 2022 just bounce back and forth between the 20s and 30s.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.